Hey guys, Akash here. Today we are going to talk about one of my favorite topic, that is migration. Last year in 2024, many of the companies realized that their ecosystem is not ready for an AI. And since their readiness is not there, therefore to take the benefit of AI systems is not possible. So the first thing they realize is to bring their system to a right platform. Databricks has been one of the choice for many customers, and we are seeing a huge amount of adoption in many of the tech companies. So these videos is to make you understand what is migration and specifically what we mean by Databricks migration. First of all, I just wanted to take 2 minutes to this slide where I talk about what is migration about. Since there is a lot of noise around platform, which is Snowflake, Databricks, AWS, Microsoft Azure, everyone providing almost a similar type of a service, therefore it is difficult for an IT head or a chief of technology officer to exactly drill down to a single platform. Second is rise of cloud. No one want to stay on premise. So everyone want to migrate from on premise to at least one cloud. Readiness for an AI. As I said, there is a huge amount of realization that their ecosystem of the organization are not AI ready. Rising cost when the AI system start getting implemented and data driven decision making start getting faster, so the cost of an existing platform also rises. And another is political. So in every organization there is an IT department. For in every IT department there is a head, and that head always has certain favor or liking for certain platforms. So because of this, choice has been made at the top, and therefore the entire bottom of the pyramid has to move their system from X to Y. So because of all these things, there is a consensus that cloud migration or platform modernization are going to be an upcoming projects for at least next 3 to 4 years. What is migration actually? So all of you in your life must have done some or the other type of a house switch. Okay, so you are residing in any one house and you wanted to move to another. Okay, so you can always put a migration to an analogy that you are shifting a house. What happens when you are shifting a house is everything is messy. It needs to be planned. It needs to be we need to ensure that whatever systems that is that is feeding this house, or that is getting out of the house, those people who are working, everything has to be properly planned, otherwise there will be a disruption. Therefore I always compare any cloud migration platform modernization to this analogy of that you are shifting a house. What are the elements of migration? So whenever there is a cloud or platform modernization project happening, what are the key elements of it? Okay, so first of all, the foundation framework is being decided and that is deployed. There is a data migration that happens on an historical scale, because movie we are going to shut down the system, and therefore we have to migrate the data, migrate all the applications, existing applications. We need to validate all the systems when we move to new environment. Whatever has been moved has to work in an optimized way. And the most important part, then there is a cutover where we shut down an old system and completely move to a new system. So this is a essential exercise which happens around a 6 months to 1 year time frame based on the size of the project and size of a organizational IT infrastructure. What are the common pitfalls that we have seen? So if for many of the customers we have implemented migration, and few of the common pitfalls that we saw were while doing an improper while doing an assessment of the existing inventory, the engineers or architects went and did an improper assessment. This is very important thing, that instead of analyzing that you have to shift 10 10 items, you just estimated that you need to shift 5 items. Imagine the problem that would happen at that time. You would have missed around 50% of the capacity plan, and this is going to trouble you throughout your migration lifecycle. So proper assessment is essential. No common understanding that if everyone is trying to act in their own way is another problem. Another third important thing is when platform modernization is decided. For example, let's say we are moving from an Hadoop to an AWS ecosystem, or we are moving from an Hadoop to Databricks ecosystem. There is no rule book there. Everything is in the mind of an architect who is designing the system. So what he does is he check the existing system, and then based on his knowledge, experiences, and understanding, he tried to architect the new system. The fourth important thing is at each and every stage there has to be a stakeholder alignment. Otherwise, there will be a lack of visibility. Having understood the common pitfalls, let us try to understand what are the weak links and try to eliminate them. So, the first weak link in this entire migration process is human involvement. Human involvement is right in the assessment, transformation, and implementation. Random processes. So, whatever the processes they follow are random. Sometimes there are 4 to 5 teams which build the systems, which is then very difficult to integrate in the final state. Lack of visibility. Since there is no visibility at which state of migration we are in, eventually we end up having a wrong visibility for the entire team. Now, how could we eliminate them? An AI based structured assessment can help to eliminate the assessment risk that comes with the human assessment. The standard best practices and structured implementation methodologies can help to remove the random processes. If there is a possibility that we can clearly display the right or the current state of migration, then each and every state we would know where we are and where we stand. While moving to Databricks, I always divide a migration process into three. First, moving catalog. So there is always a possibility that earlier application might not have any catalog implementation, or it might have a glue catalog implementation or something else. So migrating that metadata is the first important thing. Because Databricks has made Unity Catalog as a standard on the new implementations, therefore migrating the right catalog is an important thing. Second is migrating the warehouse, which involves migrating database objects, data, historical data, and then ingestion, even the downstream as well. And finally, other cloud elements. So there is a possibility that we are migrating from any particular cloud to Databricks. So there are other elements which are involved within it. So for example, maybe we are migrating from an AWS application to Databricks. So it will involve a lot of ingestion streams, downstreams, lambdas, some of the things which are proprietary to AWS. So we might have to build an integration around them so that the new system works seamlessly. So always three things: migrating catalog, warehouse, and other cloud elements. Accelerators play a very important role in this process. There are a lot of projects which Databricks Labs has built up, UCX, Overwatch, that helps you to accelerate this process of Databricks migration, bringing certainty to an uncertainty. AI-based Databricks migration solution. So if we have like some code converters which are rule-based, follow our guidelines and best practices. So if such exist, then that can help to fasten the process of migration. By automating and standardizing the process with the help of an AI, A migration would bring certainty in the process, also reduce the overall time and cost. This is Akash, and this YouTube playlist is all about migration experiences that we had in the past. From in some of the next videos, we would like to share how we build AI solutions around migrations. If you want to become part of it, if you want to listen into them, how the solutioning of AI solutions that we have done and how they helped to fasten the process of migration, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. Thanks.